So I've what I did is, I'll explain it. I've drawn it now, but I'll explain what I did. So put that paper over and I tightened it up, make sure everything's lined up, all the little doodads, all the lines lined up within reason. I mean, it's stretching and things are moving. And I had this point carbide tip, and all I've done is where the intersection, just like dot to dot, I've put all the important bits, everything I've drawn it. I've just popped it gently, you know, put them all in, and then I've just gone over, and I've just lined between them. Yeah, you can see them there. You can just see them in there. Look, you see them. That one's a little bit off. I just got off a little bit. I've dragged stuff off a little bit, but it's all I want to know is where this draw is physically. I just literally want to know where these positions are. Oh, God, I'm tired. So that one there. That's the draw. Then there's so I'm going to do that now. Now what we're going to do is move the whole thing up again. I'm going to grab that point, that one, and I'm going to take that one and shove it there. But I don't need this depth. I don't need all that depth. I only need clearance for the top of that 5mm, 2, 3, 4mm. That's it. So I'm literally just going to draw another line on here. 4mm. This one's going to be reduced as well. That one's not going to be as high. It doesn't need to be this high. It doesn't need to be that high because I've shown it that high now. I've actually shown it at that height. There's the actual top surface of the draw. When you open it, do you see them two sides? That's the top side. And this is the false front. That's just what the draw's constructed from. And I use clasp joints. Generally, I use a clasp joint, and it looks like this. So in one piece of timber, the one that's going to go in and out. Let's see if I can remember, because I might have screwed this up, so bear with me. It goes that way around. And that way around. There's a groove like that. And the other piece that comes off has that bit. So this one looks like this. And if this is your front face, then when you open and slide it and open it and slide it, they can't pull out. This can't pull out. It just cannot pull out. But you do end up with this line. Looking at the front, when you look there, you'll see that line. So that's hidden by the actual draw front, hides it. This is the joint that I do because I can do it with a Stanley 55 in a few minutes, or a Stanley 44. I can knock this joint up in no time because it's just a tongue and a groove. That's all it is, and it's simple. No dovetails, no nothing. Stanley 45, 55, even the humble number 50 will do it. And a lot of others. Every combination plane can do this. A Lewin one, whatever, record. There's thousands of them. They're dirt cheap. You can get them for nothing. Pick them up for, you know, anything. I've seen a Lewin going for £21. You know, with all cutters and everything. The people don't even know what that is. You know, but it's a combination plane and it works. You can get pick up a Stanley 50 for that. You know, for nothing with one cutter, even if it's only got the 6mm cutter. You can still buy some more cutters, and the record ones are good. You know, they're just as good. I don't know any other makes, but they're just easy. I've got a Stanley 50. I'll show you what a Stanley 50 looks like. You know, you can literally use a piece of wood with a flipping nail in it if you had to resort. Oh, don't drop that. That is a Stanley 50, right? And it's a beautiful little piece of kit, and it's lovely and light for somebody like me. There's the cutter. That's the cutter there. There. And it's all there. And all you do, you put your wood over and set this fence here. There's a fence. There's a fence there. I'll show you. I'll show you on a bit of wood. You know, I'll do it. Somebody puts in the comments, please show me. I'll show you. I'll show you it working. I'll show you what it can do. You know, I think this was was this the first plane I used? No, it wasn't. I had a different one. It was one of the T ones, a Stanley T one. I've got a load of them round the back there. I'll show you. I'll show you more, all the good stuff. It's all, I've got racks of combination. This is just for combination planes in here. Bear with me. Put a bit of light on the subject. That's just combination planes, 2 racks of them. And somewhere to keep my saws as well. But it's just all, Those are all Stanley 55s down there, and they go all the way down there, look. They go all the way in there. That's 2 Stanley 44s on 45s on top. They're all 55s, all rigged up to do different types of work. And right at the top there, you see those with the greeny coloured, beigey coloured handles. That's one of the first ones I had. I just bought that cheap, 20 odd quid, with a few cutters. And I have a full box of cutters behind there. That's a box full cutters for the Stanley 45, the Stanley 50. There's another little box there. I've got another box there with the same T1, whatever T1, 210, another one in there, all boxed up. That I don't normally, I like to keep that one in there. I don't like to use it. Then I've got boxes and boxes of cutters, all different types. That somebody, somebody will give me a cutter and I'll just take it. I'm not proud, I'll take it. I'm not proud. So I'll show you these. I'll show you all the planes. I'm going to start to show you all this stuff as it's working. I'm going to be using it because I've done all the skirting boards. I've made all those skirting boards down there, and it's been done with 4 of these. Each one's got a different blade in it. I just jump from one to another as I'm working my way through. Oh, that's a little. I'll show you that when I get it going. Oh, there's all sorts of fascinating stuff. So much stuff, and I will show it you. Because I'm using it. It's not so. That's not a lawn ornament, not a bloody lawn ornament, but it's not something to look at. That's a working machine. I use them all the time. They don't just sit there. I've got boxes and boxes of planes, and I just use them. Did they get used? I build up new ones. I give them away. I give them to my friends. Somebody asked me for a plane, and I just built one up. He said, "Can you soup it up for me like you do your other one?" And it would have 4.5. So I spent 2 days souping it up for him, and I gave him it. Like, you can give it, take it away. Yeah, just take it. Go, my friend. You want to put it on your, you just put it there and be done. So, all to come, and this is how these joints are done. Just showing you there. That clasp and clasp. If you go like that, and then do the same on the other side, and you try to pull, that's how strong that joint is. And there's no dovetails involved, and you can plane it and do what you want, and you can't see it. You can only see that joint from above. You can only see this joint from above because that's looking down. That joint's not visible from there, not visible from there. You cannot see that joint on the side. That's the side. You can't see it. You can't see it on the front. That's the front. You can't see it. You can't see it on the back. Because it's literally cut into there. There's just 2 grooves cut. 2 grooves. And on the other one, it's 2 tongues. On this one, it's just 2 tongues. It's done. No, not that. Not. You've got to understand it's on the edge. It's on the edge of it. It's there. Yeah, you'll need a nicker. You'll need a thing on your not your knickers. There's a nicker, look. You'll be laughing now, won't you? That he said something naughty. That's a nicker, look. It cuts before the blade. It cuts before the cutter. You put it in there, there's a little socket recess in there. Oh, I can't undo that. That's rock tight because I'd always lose them, so I've tightened everything up. And make sure they're always in there. Park them in there. Take them out there and park them there. When you're not using it across the end grain, when you're not using it, when you're not going across there and making a dado or whatever, dodo, dead as a dodo, whatever, because you use that, you see. You use it like makes some special sound effects. That nicker cuts ahead. It makes a score in here. It scores it like you do with a knife. You just score that with a knife, and it'll do the same thing. In fact, you can do without the nicker. No, you can't, because it needs to depth itself as it's going down. You can't take the nicker out. Sorry, it's just like you draw a line with a knife, but that knife will just only do the top surface, and then as it's going down, it needs to do its work. You need to let it function. Don't take it out. And it's a lovely little thing, and you can get it for. I've seen them going for nothing, You basically just need 1 cutter. If that's the only one you're going to use, just do 1 cutter. But you need to pay attention to that screw there. That sets you parallel. You've got to be careful. It makes it all rigid. This is just slop around. So there's all sorts of things. There's books for these PDF files. You can just download them. You don't need to buy a manual for it. Don't buy a manual for it. All these things have got PDFs dumped already. These things have gone past the copyright thing, and they're public domain. None of these need it. Okay, no manuals. Don't need to download manuals for the Stanley tools. All the record ones, as far as I know. Don't quote me on the record one. I don't know anything about them. I don't even have one. I don't have one. I've got a Lewin plane, and it's lost, and I'm crying because I don't know where to put it. And I wanted to make that. Convert that over to take Stanley 55 blades. I've been meaning to do it for a while, and now I don't know where to put it. It's been consigned to somewhere and I can't find it. And I've got a little Aladdin's lamp and I'm going to rub that and see if anything happens. See if I get some money. See if I get special dispensation for the Pope or something. No. Is it sanctified? Whatever. I'm just talking rubbish. Take no notice of me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to box all these off and make sure they're all drawn in properly. So just like that. At the moment they're just lines here, but I want to put my symbol to say that's a solid. That little cross, that Scottish flag thing, is my symbol to say that's a solid. And I use it everywhere. Look, it's even in there. It goes that way. It's all rubbed out now because I've rubbed all the junk out. What I don't need anymore. I've really made this simple. So what you're looking at here, if I take it and flip it, it goes in there. Okay, they're just drawers that slide in there, and they literally fit between there and the other side, minus that box. I can't show you now because I've rolled it up. Look, I rolled it up and taped it and put it away because it was getting scragged. I'm disorderly. Right, look at that. I've run out of 2B. I've used all those up. I've never thought I'd use a whole pack in my life, and I've actually drawn them away because they break and shatter and stuff. But I've got thousands of these. I've been buying them in earnest. Ernest didn't buy them, I bought them in earnest. Nothing to do with earnest. I think it's just a phrase, isn't it? It's just a phrase. It just means you've been buying. You know, I bought some lovely stuff last night on eBay. I trolled the way I tell you. I trolled the way I've said it before. This is how you need to troll. It's Saturday and Sunday. This is where you make your best finds. And you wait till midnight and stuff, and then just go buy something at midnight. But you've got to be able to stay awake. Or you make an early bid at just before midnight, 12:30, whatever. Then half past 11, 10:30, make your bid and hope it wins. That's what happened. I was snoring a little bit, and the beep beep came through, and it said, "You owe me money, mate. Give me some flipping money, because you said you would." Oh, well, I'll just give him the money straight away. He didn't, but eBay did. The guy's probably fast as snoring, don't even know that. I mean, he's still be asleep now, and don't even know that somebody's bought the thing. And it's a Jacquard bow compass that I've bought. I don't have one. Long gone. It's similar. It's not that big. Not as big as that, but I think they're a bit bigger. But it's got the beam on it. It's got that adjustable beam so you can trammel out a little bit further out. I don't have a set of trammels either. I'm thinking about making a set of simple ones for people to just do themselves. I'm going to make a simple set. I'll show you. You can make them with a nail. You can literally make them with a nail and a hole in a bit of wood. You literally just need something like that to make it, because a compass is just that, really. It's just a point. It's just a point on a piece of wood or a bit of string. Even with a bit of string, you know, you can just literally go super glue that in there, super glue that in there, and super glue a bit of pencil in there, and that makes your compass instantaneously. Yeah, it's just whatever's in your mind. In fact, you could do it with a bit of pipe. You could just heat this up and pop it through there, right? And heat it up again and pop it through there, and just put super glue a piece of lead on it, or a pencil. You could cut it out. You could cut to take a pencil if you wanted. You could cut it or drill a hole in there to take a pencil and just hold it with a bit of tape. Anything. The world is your oyster with your brain. No, your brain's not an oyster, but the world is. Let's put that back up there. Don't lose that. It's vitally important. The world can't exist without those two. If I lose these two, be careful. It's going to spin out of orbit and you'll crash. You just better not be going at 9.8 metres a second or something. You don't want to crash at that speed. You really don't. That's squared, sorry. Somebody will tell me off for not doing the other little bit. Oh God, my nose is running. It's hot. It's cold in here. It's freezing. The door's open. It's cold. I need to get off a bobbit and you can keep an eye on the temperature. Get me tarpaulins for £1. A couple of tarpaulins for £1 each, and just do all these off. Box it all off. Put a tarpaulin across there. And then when I got my little heater on, because this is all boxed off, you see, I already planned ahead and blocked it all off so the cold can't go upstairs and the heat can't escape there, and just close it up. These doors all close. Just close them up, and I'm happy. You know, I spent best part of, where are we? How many? That's 14 minutes. I spent the best part of 2 hours trying to edit something, because I thought my name and my address was on a bit of a box that I'd scanned past, because I check every one, you see, to make sure my name's not on something, you know, so you don't know who I am. You can come around and give me a good kicking, you know. That's not going to happen. See, I'll never find out where I live. Of course you will. It's easy. Everybody everybody knows where I am. They're just not going to tell you. Oh God, my nose is running. I need to get some soup. So I'm going to buy a big flask, and I'm going to fill it full of soup. I've got some mushroom soup, and I've got some minestrone soup in big tubs, bachelor's powder, and you just mix it. You just cook it. How many cups you put in, and it's great, because it's one of them for 1,000 people. It's a tub for 1,000 people, and you just take it out. You know, chefs use them. My daughter bought me them. You know, because they do. That's what daughters do for you, don't they? Your kids, they buy stuff for you. Because you cry if they don't. I mean, I do. I'm not showing you any more stuff. Because there's no what you call it. If you look at, you'll see some shorts I've dumped already, and there's some exciting stuff on there. I think it's exciting. The one-offs. They're just one-offs. They don't exist anywhere else. Nobody else has them. The things that I've made by hand. It's called Made in Bradford. That's for a reason, because I make everything here in Bradford. I don't go to Leeds and make it. Yeah, it's not made in Leeds or made in Washington or Boston or whatever. It's made here. There's not wrong with me making stuff in Boston. You can, if you live in Boston, wherever. I'm not talking over at sea. I'm talking about Boston here. There's a Boston here, isn't there? And there's a Washington, because I've been there. So, and a Nelson. I don't know what that is. There's a Nelson. I've been there as well. I've been other side of the country, you know. I have. The only place I've never been to is Blackpool. I've been to Southport. And I've been to Carlisle. And I love Carlisle. It's beautiful. I do love Carlisle. And Ayrshire and Ayr on the west coast of Scotland. That's fabulous. If you go well, it's sunny. If you go with rain and fog like me, you just crash into rocks and cows and Anguses and stuff, you know. I mean cows, Angus cows, big ones. Big as your car, big as a 16-wheeler job. Be careful. But I've been to Ayr, caught the ferry. Was it Stranraer? To Larne, Belfast, about 4 or 5 times. I'll tell you a story about that. That would do any troubles. Oh dear. I saw some fascinating stuff in the Falls Road. Now, nothing to do with the military. Nothing at all. But I saw some fascinating stuff happening in the Falls Road. In fact, I was there. If you know your history, on the Falls Road there's a petrol station, and they tarred and feathered a girl. I was there the day after. I was right there the day after. Oh, there you go. They tarred and feathered a girl on the Falls Road and strapped her to a lamppost, from what I can remember on the news. And I was there the day after. Nothing to do with me. Nothing personal or anything like that. I was there to do a job. I was there to do a job. That was it. People at Greg and Patterson, you know who I am. Lovely people. I had no bother. With them at all. It's only a couple of places I've been where I've had a bit of bother. Not for long. I'll take shit. Right, that's enough of it. I'll be back with the next bit, next instalment. I'm shoveling that drawing up and moving put the next draw on. You'll see me do it. You'll see me, I've done it. I can't show you because I can't hold this thing, and I haven't got the equipment yet. I just need proper equipment, and I haven't got it. I don't have the pennies for it anyway. I'm buying other stuff, and I don't have the pennies. It's not important to me yet. It's not important enough. There's not enough stuff happening for me to make this important. This to me is just a side thing. While I'm building, I'm doing this. It's just a side thing at the moment. It's not important. I'm trying to make it important. I really am. You know, I want it to be important. I want people to see it. Because what's the point of having all this talent and then wasting it? You know, when you die, I want to pass it on. This will go for eternity now. As long as there's a server somewhere with everything on it, You know, as long as there's a server in one of them mountains with all your stuff on it, you'll never die. Yeah? You'll never will. You'll be immortal. And as long as that server stays there with all your data on it and everything about you, what you've done, it's always going to be there. YouTube, I'm sure, they're not going to get rid of all this valuable stuff. They have to back it up every day, every night, whatever they have to do. They've got hard drives coming out of the ways. There's more hard drives than there is grains of sand on a beach now. Yeah, there's more hard drives on the surface of this planet, I bet, than there is stars in the heavens. There must be, because just think of all these YouTube videos that are being uploaded every single second of every single day from all around the world. You think how much backups they do. You think of how all the safe stuff where it's all been kept, and how many little men are doing night shifts running around trying to keep it safe. And the billions of servers and the amount of electric and stuff that they're consuming. They have to use Niagara Falls bloody what do you call it, to run it. Oh my God. Flipping heck, I just can't, it's just, the mind boggles now, it really does. And they might not be saving it on an hard drive, but I'll tell you something, they've got a secure medium that we don't know about. We don't know what medium they're using. We don't get that technology. They don't pass that down. That's not stuff we're getting. SAS drives and stuff like that. The light years ever out of the old stuff now. I've got an SAS drive somewhere. I'll show you it. Beautiful thing. You put it in your hand and you know you've got some quality, and then you pick up an SSD and you go, fucking hell, throw it at the wall. Well, I do. Okay, enough of SSDs. I'll be back. Bye.